The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks that infuriate us. It just happened.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm going to say what I said last week, that Luigi, what is it, Magnioni?
I like it's Luigi, that it's...
Exactly.
It's the second Mario brother.
Yep, Luigi. God, I want his first name now. I mean his last name.
Here, wait, real goofy aside, real quick. They're the Mario brothers, right?
Yeah.
So one's named Mario.
Yeah.
So is it Mario Mario?
Probably.
And it's Luigi Mario?
I think it was the original Mario Brothers, or was it just Super Mario?
It was Super Mario Brother, or it was yeah. No, it's always been
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to go down this rabbit hole. Mangione. Or Mangione.
Or Mangione.
That's what I think it is. Luigi Mangione. Yeah. So
it's fucking dripping with pasta sauce.
I fucking love it. I hope it's the start of Project Mayhem.
Did he have some garlic bread with him while he was
That's probably why they couldn't find him in New York. They're like, man, everybody looks and smells the same. What are we doing here?
What murder?
Right, exactly. What murder? Yeah, this kid, what is 27? 26. Smart kid. Bachelor's, master's.
Yeah.
From Penn State. Yeah.
Interesting.
Look at Seth fucking Rollins. He's wearing leather and shag.
Anyway, focus.
Okay, focus. So, intelligent guy, and again, we're just now finding out who he is.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. Apparently, had a manifesto with him, 3-page.
Well, usually the way this stuff has played out in the past, like talk about like
Ted,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so when even when people are like, "Oh, that's terrible,"
is it really?
But then you find out like it's not for the same reasons that like
everybody hoped for.
Right.
This happened to be for the reason that everybody was hoping it was for.
Yeah, but then you're going to probably find out he was like bipolar and he went off his medication.
No, this seemed way too calculated.
I do. Yeah. I mean, and that dude could have gotten away with it.
Yeah, there are a couple of mistakes. And again, allegedly, Luigi. Allegedly. Yeah. I don't even think I think he's just still a person of interest.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be genius if it's like now it turns into like a Where's Waldo fucking thing? Like, yeah. It's like, no, this guy didn't have anything to do with it, and then all of a sudden the manhunt's back on.
Like, they had a fingerprint I saw somewhere, like a partial fingerprint, so they obviously won't know until they fingerprint him in, and we haven't seen that. Like, he just showed up in court today at some point.
Well, even like the NYPD didn't really seem...
No,
gangbusters out the gate. They're like, this is a terrible thing, but
Right. Every press conference I saw was
shit
like,
happens.
We're still working on it. We will. You know what? We're just going to increase the reward. How about that?
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't like, everybody's got to be careful. It's like, well, if you're like, you earn $1 billion a year, watch out.
Maybe watch
Otherwise, don't worry about it.
You know what? You might be okay.
Yeah.
I think you might be cool.
If you ride the subway, you're fine. You're fine.
This kid, again, city bike, backpack, jacket, mask. Apparently he was staying in a hostel. It wasn't Starbucks.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
And they said that the girl he was talking to was flirting with him. That's why he pulled his mask down.
Oh.
Couple of mistakes. And this is just coming from the other side of the camera, right? So the backpack with the Monopoly money, solid idea, but you can't do that, man.
Well, the carvings on the shell casings, like, brilliant. Like, you just, like, it gets everybody pulled in. Like, what do they mean? And then there's people going like, well, it's clearly this.
Right.
Like, it's clearly related to a medical.
14 years ago, there was a book named this.
Right.
And everybody knows what this is now.
Yeah. But.
And then, like, it looked like he had, like, this fucking hitman. What was his name? In the Agent 47.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, he had one of those big Agent 47 guns.
Like
with
a
silencer
Cobra.
on it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He was, like, taking the bullets out of the chambers.
I mean, clearly this dude's been watching some Netflix crime documentaries to go, oh, how do I get people, like, how do I create the story larger, or, you know, or get the attention I want, and that, and frankly, that is something that is fascinating when you, even in the less than a week since it happened.
Yeah.
The first 48 hours of this thing wasn't like, where is this guy? It was like, everything came out about the CEO.
And people immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody, like.
So it.
Like with Assad.
Yeah. Like,
I feel bad for his family and
Yeah.
stuff, but he was making billions of dollars at the expense of people's deaths.
And.
By.
But yeah, I mean, like normally it would be like, oh, that's a shame. Where's the gunman? But it was like, oh, that's a shame. What's happening in football?
Right.
You
It's
know,
like the gunman doesn't exist, or like, I'm not. Somebody at that McDonald's wanted $50,000.
Which is
cool. You know what? Good on you.
Which is also concerning that we've hit a state in our society where, you know, somebody can gun down, you know, someone in broad daylight.
Yep. On a super busy street in front of
a good area of town. I hate to say that.
In front of a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
And
we're like,
busy.
Guy probably had it coming.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's doing something shitty. He was staying at a Hilton in Times Square.
I'd say half the people, at least half the people online and news stories and everything, was they weren't okay with it, but they definitely did not feel sorry for Brian Thompson.
Yeah, no, I mean, like the funnier ones were, you know, the going through all the things
Brian Thompson.
Post-election of, you know, what's going to get Democrats and Republicans together, and it's like apologizing before Thanksgiving, or, hey, can we get along? No, it's the murder of a CEO
whose company has denied claims. I don't want that fucking argument. He wasn't denying the claims. No. See, here's the thing. He was in charge.
Well,
he knew everything that was going on.
He's also he's where the buck stops on meeting their quotas.
Correct.
So he signs off on all that. And if he goes, hey, this is kind of shitty, maybe we shouldn't do that, guess what? Every underling is going to be, that's a great idea. We should do that.
So the AI that was fucking up denials claims, like someone had to go, well, how about, you know, maybe this? And he went, run with that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can we get it from like 47 up to 90% denial?
Yeah.
Great, do that.
Well, and the other thing that doesn't help his morality case is what Blue Cross Blue Shield did that day, which was they first announced they're cutting anesthesia in half.
Correct.
Guy gets gunned down, and then they make a new announcement.
Immediately walk that back.
We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. You get 3 hours for a surgery, and anything over that, you got to pay for the anesthesia, or we're just going to cut it off.
Yeah.
Or wake you up with your spleen hanging out. No, and then it was like less than 12 hours. They were like, you know what? We fired that
maybe
guy.
Maybe we should do that. Yeah.
And we're not going to do that anymore.
And that reminds me of another like TikTok where it was like they showed like random pictures of tyrannical CEOs, and then it was like the CEO of like Arizona Iced Tea and Costco having a cup of tea together, and they're like, we're good, right?
Yeah, no, I think they're good. I really do. I think they're
okay.
We're okay.
Everybody likes what we do. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not like the rest of these assholes.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be. I mean, thankfully, yeah, nobody's taken another shot at any of these other CEOs or anything like that. Like,
I again would not be surprised if I'm not going to say this comes a regular occurrence, but like within 6 months somebody else tries.
Well, I think it was several years ago. We were talking like comic book characters, and we were talking about like Batman, and
The Batman.
yeah, and of course me and you were like, oh, he's awesome, and somebody in the group was like, I just they were like, vigilantes are always odd to like, and of course we're like what's not to like about it? But it was like
But
when
Batman
a vigil
doesn't kill anybody.
no, but when a vigilante does what you want them to do,
Well, of course.
it's great. But like if like for instance,
You mean like John Wick?
yeah, exactly. But say for instance, you get somebody from the other end of the spectrum and they start capping union leaders, or
I think that's happened before.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, back in the really bad days.
Yep.
But now they're not that big. They're not big enough to be that corrupt. They don't have those pension funds that the mob dips into.
No.
And the mob's not that big anymore. But anyway,
No, I mean the Teamsters are
yeah.
the mob now. These these union bosses.
And
they're good people. Don't get that came out wrong.
Well, I was gonna say, have you seen some of these new? I mean, other than that,
other than the guy who wanted to fight.
The Teamsters guy, yeah.
At a congressional hearing.
But the UAW guy is like he's like a sabermetrics nerd. He runs data.
Exactly. Spreadsheets.
But yeah, you're right. Teamsters Union rep is like, you want to take this outside? Let's go.
What murder?
Yeah. What murder? He's an angel.
What?
I know what you're talking about.
So
it was just a little. It was a little shooting. I don't know what you're talking
Project
about.
Mayhem. If you don't know what it is, everybody just look it up. Tyler Durden.
Or go read the book.
This is his plan.
Yeah. I mean, to take down top institutions.
Correct.
That's the only problem with like a CEO is that you're just not that we're not that
here we go.
We're advocating for it, but
you take one head, two will replace it.
Yeah.
Hail Hydra.
Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, we saw this in the financial crisis, like when they weren't quick enough to save like Bear Stearns, or did they save Bear Stearns and it was Lehman Brothers that went under? Either way, it was
it was Bear Stearns because I think Lehman Brothers is still around.
Yeah, so you had, because Paulson was the former head of Lehman Brothers, so he made sure to save them. But I mean, that in itself should show you, like these are people that nearly brought the world economy to the brink of collapse.
Right.
And then none of them got arrested.
Nope.
None of them were fined.
Nope.
They were actually given billions of dollars.
And go away.
And then they gave it to themselves.
Yep. And then they went and bought an island somewhere.
Yeah.
They're in Fiji.
And then they just restarted the same policies all over again.
Right.
Yeah.
Enron should be coming back at this point.
They are. Did you not see that?
Seriously?
They've rebranded themselves.
I was making a joke.
And yeah, seriously, look that up. It is, yes, we are living in the upside down. We are living in the, nothing makes sense. Unless you adhere to it has happened before and it will happen again. Yeah.
My Christ.
But they're now like an energy. The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.